Kehti kaljaa.
I'm approaching the garden entrance. Ready to kill the security system?
I've got your back.
Frøken, du må da ikke være her. Hvordan er du kommet forbi vagterne på broen?
Hello. I'm sorry, my Danish isn't very good. Do you speak English?
Yes, okay.
Great, thank you so much. My name is Katarzyna Sobczak. I work for SecuCorp. Your men in the Ministry of Finance called us to report that the security system in the ministry has broken down. You have heard of this, yes?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, well, you guys really need to start talking to each other, but that's none of my business. Anyway, the ministry has the maintenance contract with us, and I'm here to fix the security system. Can I go through now, please?
No. Listen, I haven't heard anything about the security system breaking down. I'm under strict orders not to let anybody through here until tomorrow. The entire island is cordoned off for the murder investigation.
All the more reason to get the security system up and running as fast as possible, you see?
I don't know.
Call them up on your radio and ask. It's okay, I'll wait.
Yes, of course. Centralen, det er Willumsen. Her er centralen. Send. Har I hørt om sikkerhedssystemet skulle være nede i Finansministeriet? Skifter. Øjeblik. Ja, der indgik en rapport for lidt siden. De har oplevet en eller anden form for nedbrud. Der er tilkaldt en tekniker. Godt så. Tak for det. Ha' en god aften. Slut. Alright, miss. Sounds like you're needed in the ministry.
Thank you. Will you call your colleagues and let them know I'm coming so I don't get shot?
I will. But be sure not to enter the courtyard. Stay in the garden at the ministry itself. The castle is strictly off-limit.
Duly noted. Have a good night, officer. It's a beautiful night out here. I smell chimney smoke. How is the van?
Sweaty.
Gondor, we have a target of opportunity for you. A local asset reports that the Police Intelligence Service has set up a mobile command post on the other side of the library. If the tactical situation allows, searching the computer equipment at the post could yield valuable intel.
Understood, Castle. We'll keep it in mind. By the way, what's with the headphones?
I like the look.
Yeah, but seriously though.
Let's say things go a bit wrong and suddenly I need to leave very quickly. I'm wearing sneakers and a hoodie. All I need to do is pop on the headphones and I'm just some girl out for a run.
You're also wearing jeans.
Close enough.
Castle, we have acquired the files from the command post.
Good work. Proceed to the main objective.
Hvem i helvede satte en sten i klemme i døren?
Det ved jeg ikke. Hvad er problemet?
Vi er i højeste beredskab, jo. Sikkerheden skal være upåklagelig.
Tror du, KGB kommer og sniger et hold spioner ind, når jeg vender ryggen til?
Sørg for, at det ikke sker igen, okay? Ellers får inspektøren det at vide.
Ja, ja. Kæft, det er koldt i aften.
I'm inside. How does it look?
Watch out for those metal detectors. Your objective is upstairs and to the right, at the far end of the offices.
Understood about Cotton Kim? Give me a moment.
med klokken lort om natten og blokerer helt for trafikken rundt om Christiansborg, bare fordi PET har skudt en eller anden sekretær. De tror, han var spion. De er bange for, at nogen kommer og forstyrrer gerningsstedet, inden de har fået kigget ordentligt igen. Kunne de ikke bare have taget det hele med? Det gør de jo hinanden. De kommer med en varvogn og hvem kan få et fuldstændig
This is the place. See if our man's case report is still here.
I have the file.
Castle, Whisper has the file. We'll make our way back to Exville.
Heads up, Condor. A police intelligence team just pulled up to the main entrance. They'll be heading towards Absalon's office.
Short.
Understood. We'll be careful. Should be easy.
Good work, both of you. We're glad to have you both back in one piece.
When will we know if the lead paid off?
It's already paying off. Absalom was trying to map a large network of financial accounts and transactions. He was starting to see a pattern, but he never managed to work it out. Our analysts started tracing his steps as soon as you sent the files. With their expertise and their connections, we'll find out where the money is going.
Not bad for our first real operation, huh?
Not bad at all, in fact. I've worked with highly experienced NOC operatives who've made a bigger mess of smaller operations than this.
Subtlety is key in this kind of mission.
That attitude is precisely why I promoted you two to field work. When you have a chance, don't forget to swing by Mr. Mansour's office. He was released from the hospital 2 days ago, and he's just getting settled in.
I will. I want to see how well those wounds have healed.
Did you want to see me about something?
Are you regretting your decision to put us in the field?
I'm exceedingly pleased with that decision so far. You and Symborski are more than living up to my expectations. I mean it when I say your handling of Copenhagen was exemplary. No collateral damage, very little evidence you were even there. No special forces hard-ass could have done it better.
Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Now, don't rest on your laurels. We have at least a few weeks to find our next target and prepare to deploy. Make the most of that time.
Fantastic work in Copenhagen. I had my doubts when Josiah appointed you, I'll admit that. But I don't know if anybody else could have got those results. Not a single casualty. I can hardly believe it.
This is a weird line of work when you feel like you have to praise me for not killing anybody.
I have nothing but respect for Josiah's leadership and experience. But he and I don't quite see eye to eye on everything. I quite disagree that the end justifies the means.
Well, as long as you guys keep supplying me with thorough briefs, and Martin has my back, I don't see any reason why more people should have to die.
We'll do our absolute best to keep you one step ahead of the enemy. Rest assured.
Speaking of which, where are you getting all those building blueprints?
Inter-services liaisons. All we have to do is ask nicely.
Foreign intelligence agencies just give you this kind of stuff?
Well, not officially. We go through other channels. People who know people, that sort of thing. Add some donations to grease the wheels, and voila.
And the infrastructure schematics Martin uses? Electrical systems, security?
You'd be surprised what sort of data domestic spy shops collect.
Do you have a minute?
Of course.
I need your help to bug this place.
What? Why?
I just like to know what's going on.
What do you need?
Security does a full bug sweep every Friday. I need you to crack their software and put my equipment on the whitelist.
Easy enough. Is that it?
Thank you, Martin. That's all.
Hey.
Da?
This isn't some FSB thing, is it?
It's just me. I'll give you access to the feed as well, all right?
Sure. Cool.
You guys are not messing around. This is a very impressive compound.
I'm told it used to be a Navy installation during the First Great War. Josiah is renting it from a secure storage company. Where did they put you up?
The Green Crescent Hotel.
Sounds fancy.
It's a dump, but it beats living in a clay hut in rural Pakistan. And of course, as a business consultant hired by the Iridani Group, I'm used to makeshift accommodations. Where are you staying?
They found me a sublease in Famagusta. Martin is in the same town, so we carpooled.
Listen, I want to thank you for saving my ass back in Mexico. If it weren't for you and that hacker guy...
Martin.
Right. If it weren't for you, my smile would be a whole lot less charming right now. My amigos were bringing out the pliers. It was gonna get ugly.
It was careless of you to get caught like that.
Somebody sold me out. The way they came for me, it was just out of my hands.
Just like your fingernails.
Don't even joke about that. I'm just glad you decided not to wait for the federales.
Well, I'm sure you'll be a good addition to the team.
I get the feeling you're the favorite around here. But hey, between you and me, we'll find these guys and put a stop to the leaks.
I can't make head or tails of this control suite.
You can read Russian?
Everything in this interface is some obscure information.
Эй, Радко, те запалы. Они в отделе Елев.
Почему вы самой не заглянули в список?
Проще тебя спросить.
Чем могу помочь сегодня?
Просто забежала узнать, не появилось ли для меня чего-нибудь нового.
Возможно, я наконец-то смогу порадовать вас чем-то более пригодным. Этот МП-5К именно то, что нужно в наши дни для мокрого дела.
Радка, я же не на войну собираюсь, я просто проникаю тайком в офисные здания.
Однако вам не стоит бояться замарать ручки, душа моя. Когда стоит вопрос, я или он, уже нет времени на раздумья.
Я не наемный убийца.
Нет, конечно, но вы совсем одна. А вокруг те, кто готов убить вас или запереть в камере до конца жизни. В полевой работе не до угрызений совести.
Если я начну палить налево и направо как маньяк, это только навредит делу.
И все же...
Мне хватит и пистолета, если не возражаете, Радослав.
Ну, как скажете, Екатерина.
All done. Patched it through to both our offices. Are you getting a signal?
Yep, looks good. I don't know what you hope to get from this, though.
I hope to get nothing. But trusting people has bit me in the ass before, so now I like to play it safe. Thanks for your help, Martin.
Yeah, sure.
All right, everyone. Before we begin the briefing, I'd just like to thank you all for your work you've put in over the past couple of weeks. It's been a rough start, but it feels like we've all begun to set aside our differences and get into the swing of things. Keep up the good work. Now, I'll let Sarah explain what the analysis department has discovered since Copenhagen, and then I'll get into the details of this next operation.
Right. Well, thanks to the efforts of our field team, we've had full access to the data compiled by Absalon in the months leading up to his death. Absalon was charting the monetary flow from the pan-European and the South American drug trade. He managed to get quite close to identifying a single common destination for this money. But of course, he was not an analyst. We managed to finish what he started. We've traced the accounts to a London-based financial company called Catalyst Investment Group.
How much money are we talking about?
On the order of hundreds of millions of dollars.
What's it all for?
It's clearly some sort of money laundering scheme. Catalyst is a black hole into which a staggering amount of capital is disappearing. It must be coming out somewhere else. But we can't see past the event horizon, to maintain the metaphor.
I see where this is going.
Yes. Of course, we need to get inside Catalyst. We need to get a hold of their files, both physical and digital, so we can trace the movement of the drug money through the organization and identify the recipients.
Hold the phone. How does this relate to our mission?
This money laundering scheme is the best lead we've got. The betrayal of Absalom fits the pattern of our leaks. For now, we're assuming that whoever was responsible for our leaks also sold out Absalom and Mr. Mansour. At the same time, it's clear that this scheme is at the heart of Absalom's death. Absalom and Mansour were investigating different parts of the same criminal operation, and they were both getting very close indeed. We conclude that they were sold out in order to impede the investigation.
How can we know that?
The cash flow stopped shortly after Absalom died. The operation is probably being restructured, while the CIA is scrambling to establish new NOC agents. It's not conclusive evidence, but it's enough to act on.
Thank you, Sarah. I've chosen to send Ms. Kozlova and Mr. Symborski to London, while Mr. Mansour will track down Absalon's German contact and connect with his network in Central Europe.
We're going to London?
It's an accounting office. We'll be fine.
Our pretext should get you through the front door without any trouble. You have two pairs of objectives. One, our sources indicate that the chief internal auditor should have the records of which files we need. Search his office. Then search the physical archive in the basement. Two, the server room is on the 3rd floor. But first, you'll need to secure a decryption key from the IT office.
I can get into the IT computers remotely. We don't need to get Kat in there.
How's the security?
Handled by a contractor called Safeguard, one of the few private firms licensed to carry lethal weaponry in the UK. They're one step above mall cops, but don't underestimate them.
What's the pretext?
You're on the cleaning crew. That should get you past the lobby and let you roam the hallways. If you need to search the offices, you'll still have to keep a low profile. The main problem is getting past the archive guard. The only way into the archive is past a permanently staffed security desk. You may have to get your hands dirty at that point. Unless Mr. Symborski can find a pressure point for whoever's on duty when you arrive.
No time to waste.
You'll leave tomorrow morning. Make sure you're ready for any eventuality. Good luck.
I'm in the lobby. Security looks light. Are you ready?
I'm hooked into the network and ready to go. Stay frosty.
Frosty?
Be careful.
Oh, I will.